Both Noah and Star are dealing with their struggles, and Carlotta is now dealing with the aftermath now that Calvin's dead. Let's talk about Star. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to KRS TV. This is your boy Kenny, and this is Star Season 3, Episode 15, and the name of this episode is Lean On Me. This was a really good episode, and just like Empire, I think there's 2 more episodes left before the season finale. So, let me begin. The episode picks up, this damn Noah's ass is strung the fuck out. He got some thought up in there and he's kind of like incoherent, so he's going in and out. Miss Bruce gets the thought to get the hell up out of there, and then we see that Bobby is now back, his father. So Bobby and Miss Bruce have come together, and they have decided that, we're going to get you together one way or the other. So immediately Bobby says that you on lockdown, and he's like, I can't do this. I got the ASAs and all this. He says, I don't give a damn about that. You need to get sober and you need to get well. So it's lockdown. You're not going nowhere. You're not doing anything. Bobby came in and completely took over and actually became the father that Noah needs at this moment. So then we see that there's a welcome home party for Star. You see Alex and Derek are kind of in lover's lane because they're now engaged. And then you also got Angel and Simone who are married. They're, everybody's kind of in a good space because finally Star is back home. So then we see that Carlotta comes in with Star. It's a week later, after she woke up from the coma. And the doctors told her that she will have, spells of dizziness and nausea. So she has to take it easy. But we know how Star crazy ass is. Star ain't never trying to take it easy. And Star started to ask about Noah, but nobody's telling her anything in regards to Noah's case. And she's like, because pretty much they was talking about the ASAs. And Carlotta, I think, mentioned something to Alex about, well, we can work something out if Noah doesn't show up, because, they both are nominated for the song So Sick. And she was like, oh, please, Noah would never miss the ASAs. This is big deal. He's probably tied up doing music or something. And they all kind of looking like, bitch, if only you knew. So then Carlotta gets a call from Maurice. He wants to go over Take 3's, intro package for the AMAs. So they go to meet with Maurice. Maurice, tells him about the intro package and all that. And, Noah's name comes up again. And again, Star has no idea what's going on. Then they mention that there's this other nominee who's being nominated for Best Pop Album in the same category as Take 3. Her name is Amber Drake, and due to the fact that Star is kind of out of commission, they're thinking about pushing Amber to be the performer at the ASAs, as well as, and she's also performing at the nomination luncheon, which is a big deal because they're trying to promote themselves to be a shoo-in for the win. So immediately Star is like, oh no, we're gonna shut this bitch down. And you see old girl actually performs. Amber Drake definitely got an interesting pop look to her. She's got like blue hair and all that. So Amber's cute, but definitely Amber's a little shady too. So So pretty much, soon as she saw her perform, Star was like, fuck the doctor's orders. I'm not about to let no broke-ass Madonna take our spot. And she tells Maurice, you need to get us, a spot at that luncheon. We need to perform. So back at Karma, Cotton is, cutting some cucumbers and all of that, and some celery. And then all of a sudden, Leon with his messy, crazy ass comes in talking about something. I should have pistol whipped your ass when you started taking what's mine. And Cotton was like, yeah, and I will go to the cops and tell them everything I know about your sorry ass. And he's like, you think cops gonna listen to ex-hookers and all this shit? So then they go back and forth, but then he begins to let her know, maybe you can give me something. You know, you can, you know, this is your aunt's club, so why not, you know, the girls, Dior and the rest of the girls can come and work in here versus working out on them streets. Because, you know, girls like you, it's rough out here in them streets. I'm like, yeah, because assholes and sadistic motherfuckers like you exist, who don't treat these girls fairly and don't respect them. But, you know, but he's kind of letting me know, like, look, I will be hands off. I'll let you run the whole thing, but I get my money, and that's what it is. You know, we can run this through the club, you know, and they could be making a lot of money up in here at the club versus being out in the streets trying to get tricks. But I'm like, this shit is going to be an issue, especially with Cassie, because Cassie's trying to go legit, and now there's another criminal element creeping in, because the criminal element runs in their family. I mean, and we're now starting to see this criminal element come back through Cotton. So, pretty much we see that Star, Alice, and Simone are talking after old girl Amber Drake had performed, and they're pretty much trying to let Star know that, look, you need to slow down. You just got out the hospital. You don't need to be trying to do nothing. But Star ain't trying to listen to nobody. And then all of a sudden Amber Drake comes. She's like, oh yes, oh take 3. I'm such a big fan of you guys. You know, I Bring Me. She's like, I Bring Me. Oh, that was my jam back in the day. Star was like, bitch, that shit was just 2 years ago. What the fuck you mean back in the day? I mean, and then she was saying that, but they were saying that, yeah, but we've been grinding hard and, you know, we're happy to be nominated. And then she's like, oh yes, I've been grinding too ever since I was 10, and to be nominated for my first album is everything. And they just kind of looking at this girl like, you really trying to be that bitch. You really think you better, but you not, you know. So it was kind of like that thing going back and forth between them. Like they kind of, you know, season up the competition. They like, please, that bitch can hold a candle to us. So then we see, you know, Star is having some difficulty connecting with Davis because she's been away from Davis for 3 months. She never got the chance to have that mother and son bonding, you know, moment, you know, missing all of those key moments within that time frame. So Star right now is kind of wrestling with the fact that she hasn't been there, and she feels guilty, and she's, you know, just freaking out because she's not able to stop Davis from crying. She tries to call Noah and she gets no answer, and all of a sudden Simone comes in and she asks Simone, what's going on with Noah? Why hasn't he returning my calls? At first she tries to deny it, like, I don't know what the hell's up with Noah. But then she keeps pressing it, and she tells Star what happened, when Noah had relapsed on drugs. So then we get a scene with Carlotta and Cassie. And, you know, Calvin's now dead, and we all know that Cassie was the one that killed his ass. And she was saying, and then, like, all of a sudden they're going back and forth talking, and Cassie kind of brings up, well, it seems like as far as Daddy, his sins done caught up with him. And Carlotta knows her sister, so she looking like, Cassie, did you do something? But before she can answer it, their family comes in. You got their cousin Duke, who's a pastor, and his son Rashad, who they used to call Big Head Rashad. And he's actually played by Major, and Major is a phenomenal talent. And here it is, you know, they're there, you know, greeting them, and then all of a sudden, you know, cousin Duke, who's the father, he's questioning, like, I heard that you guys are not going to come to the funeral and all of that. You know, what's going on with that? And And he's pretty much asking, like, especially you, Carlotta, you was daddy's girl. What did he ever do to you? A lot that you don't know. But and pretty much, Cotton was like, Carlotta was like, you need to kind of calm down with that, cause he came off very judgmental, and he's like, you should really be there for your father, and he kind of just left, and Rashad was still there with them, and we also saw this earlier in the episode too, between Carlotta and her mother Christine, who's played by the legend Miss Patti LaBelle, and she just come up in there letting her know that she wants Carlotta to do the eulogy, and and that she wants her to help find a good picture for the program and all that. And Carlotta's like, why are you up here fronting like what he like this man didn't violate me? Why are you trying to act like everything's okay? So Christina's like, look, both you and your sisters are now strong, powerful women, and sometimes in life you gotta deal with things for the sake of everyone. So Carlotta wasn't even feeling that shit. I don't know why I keep calling her Cotton. It's just that Cotton, Carlotta, they kind of sound the same to me. Forgive me, y'all, but y'all know who I'm talking about though. So Carlotta was definitely pissed off by that, because she's like, you're still in denial that he did this to me. Like, why would you not believe that this man did this to me? You knew he did, and yet you're still trying to front like he was this good person. So Carlotta really wasn't having it. Okay, so then we get a scene. Noah is pretty much detoxing, and he's throwing up and all of that. Miss Bruce knows an opioid doctor that can come through and help him, because he's throwing up his guts. He's literally, he's going through the rough stages of sobriety. And then all of a sudden, Star shows up, and then immediately Bruce was like, this crazy bitch. Like, because she knows Star's about to do some shit. Star comes up in there and raises all kind of hell. And she's like, I trusted you, and you failed me, and you failed us. I'm not going to allow you to repeat the same issues that I had growing up with my mother and all of this shit. And she says, take a good look at him, because this is the last time that you're ever gonna see your son. And then just walked out and was like, because even Miss Bruce was like, Star, you need to calm your ass down. And she's like, I can't be calm about this, because this is kind of deja vu for her. And then I understand why she's so angry at Noah, because she, the last time, was trying to get Noah to stay on the straight and narrow when they were on tour together, and Noah was wilding out. And she kind of called him out that you think all of this crap makes you an artist, but all it does is make you an addict. So here it is. They moved past that, and now Noah's back in the same shit again, but even worse, he almost could have killed their kid because of his negligence. So she's just pissed. And we actually see that Noah really does feel bad, and that he really is upset that he allowed himself to fall apart again. So then after that, she goes to the studio with Take 3. They're talking about the ASA luncheon performance. But and they're pretty much saying that, we don't think you're ready, Star. I mean, Star, you just got out the hospital. Your doctor said you should take it easy. But Star ain't trying to listen to that, because, her guilt, as well as her being away for so long, she wants to get back up and at it, but she's not listening to her body. So she pretty much says that, look, yeah, we gonna get that performance, because they found, because in that scene they found out that they got a performance at the luncheon for the ASAs, and Star's like, oh great, we gonna do this, we got this. And she's like, and of course Simone and Alex are looking like, bitch, you're not ready right now. But Star ain't trying to hear that. Star as thinks she can prove herself by going to the studio, run this track by me, and we see that her voice is shot. She can't hit none of her notes, her placement's off, and her voice just sounds completely wiped out. And just goes to show you that physically she's not ready to come back yet. Once she gets home, she talks to the doctor on the phone, and the doctor lets her know that she needs vocal rest. She gets so mad that she just throws the damn phone across the room, and then we see Jackson shows up. And at first he didn't want to hold the baby, but then when he saw how much Star was struggling because she couldn't stop him from crying, and it's because he has to get used to you. You've been away for a while. Once he gets used to you, he won't cry as much. It just makes me think back of this baby that my mother used to babysit, Alistair. I admit the first day that we had him, he cried from the moment he got here to the moment he left. But after a while of him getting used to us, he didn't cry anymore, and especially with me, because me and him bonded very well, so I definitely saw that, like, Star, you've been away and he hasn't been interacting with you. Yeah, you're his mother, but he's not used to being around her, because literally after he was born, Star got locked up for whooping Charlene's ass up in the hospital. But then we see that Star and Jackson still have a connection. He lets her know that, look, I'm still, she knows about him coming to the hospital every day, and he lets her know that I still care, but right now what we have is a friendship, nothing more, nothing less. And he actually is able to get the baby to calm down. So, Davis has taken a liking to Jackson. But yeah, as I said last week, he was out of line on how the way he came at Noah, though, because he was coming from this personal jealousy space. But then again, Noah needed that wake-up call. So then after that, we see that Cotton is talking with cousin Rashad. They pretty much grew up together, so they're very close. And he was talking about, like, it was real funny how, like, because he said, I noticed you were different when we were kids, because here was all of us boys wanted to play ball, but you wanted to play double dutch with the girls. And then Colin was like, yes, and I was the best double dutch on the block too. So I was like, okay. And then he was saying that I just find it amazing that here was, everybody in your life was trying to make you was trying to make you be what was his boy name? I think it was Antoine. Everybody was trying to make you be Antoine when obviously that's not who you were. And then Cotton reveals that, yeah, it took me some time to, like, get comfortable in my own skin, and I started wilding out in these streets making bad choices. And she says that her grandmother was the one who pulled her away from that negative life. But then again, she's kind of getting sucked back into it through Leon's trifling ass. So then all of a sudden we see that Rashad is there talking with Carlotta, because Cotton ends up, leaving, and Rashad reveals that, your father did so much for me. He helped me to find Christ, and he paid my college tuition, and then he asks Carlotta, what could be so bad that you wouldn't want to attend your father's funeral? A lot more than you can chew, because after that we see that Carlotta's is up at Karma getting fucked up, getting lit, and we see that Cassie comes over and joins her. And, Cassie's saying that, look, Mom won't stop calling me. And then Carlotta's like, yeah, and she got my house as the damn ground zero for the funeral. And she was saying that, hey, think about it this way. You got free food and you got all the liquor. So therefore, a celebration for a man we love to hate. And they toast on that. And if anything, Carlotta in this scene really really figures it out that Cassie did something. She know her damn sister, and she know that Cassie is quick to pull a trigger. And pretty much she was saying that, well, I just guess it was Daddy's timing, because God works mysterious ways. That's scripture. I swear, when she said that shit, I was like, Cassie, you slick bitch, but I love it. And then also Carlotta's like, was it God or was it you, bitch? And then she missed that. Yeah, I did what I had to do, because every time he kept denying things, that was a bullet going to your heart, and I didn't want to see you hurt no more. So I took care of his ass, because he wasn't never going to be honest with you. And then to come to find out that the whole time you were my stepsister, so she obviously told Cassie about that meeting that she had with him. She told Cassie everything, where he revealed that Carlotta was his stepdaughter and that Cassie was his baby, and all of that. And then Cassie was telling Carlotta that, look, you don't have to keep denying the truth to appease our family. You need to tell your truth. And she's like, I'm not going to come off to be like some victim. And she was like, but no, remember when you told me when we were kids that the truth will set you free? And she says, I did that. And the one person that I wanted to trust me was the one who refused me, meaning their mother. The mother knew that there was some foul shit going on, but she just didn't want to accept it. And this happens in a lot of families, not just black families, but families that deal with this kind of issue of, child molestation and, rape and things like that. There's this tendency in some families to sweep it under the rug because you don't want to disturb, the family unit or the family structure, when yet all you're doing is just making the family far more dysfunctional and destructive down the line. So then we see that Noah is having this bad dream, and he's hallucinating, where he hears Davis crying, but when he goes to pick up the baby doesn't have a face. He immediately wakes up and goes off, and by this time the opiate doctor that Miss Bruce reached out to is now there. He's suggesting that they take him to the hospital. Noah doesn't want to go to the hospital, because he's in complete withdrawal mode, and now he's literally hit rock bottom of his, fighting the addiction. But he pretty much says, but Noah chooses to go through the withdrawal, and he says that, look, I need to go through this for my son, and I need to fight to get back to who I am. And he says, I don't want the hospital. I just want to fight this out. And we see that Bobby is there coaching Noah through this, and it's great to see Noah interact with his father in this way, and that his father is finally trying to help him to get his life together. So back at Karma, after Carlotta and Cassie had their little chit chat with each other, there's this fine ass man who buys Carlotta a drink. They start talking back and forth, and the next thing you know, they rolling around in the bed getting it in. But then again, I ain't judging, baby. You dealing with a lot of grief and a lot of heavy stuff. Sometimes some good loving can help you ease the pain. So trust me, I ain't judging, boo-boo. You needed that, and obviously he was going through some shit, and he needed it too. And they was just kind of like, he's saying that, look, we both got our issues, we both got our things that we dealing with, and tomorrow we can go back to dealing with that. But right now, we're just two strangers having fun, and they rolling around the bed getting it in. And I'm like, Carlotta, get your life, baby. Get your life, because all the crap you've been through, trust me, you needed some good loving, even if it is for a one night stand. You was giving Shirley Merlot teas, as we lay, bitch. So I wasn't mad at that. So then we see we have a scene with Star and Carlotta down at Gravity. Star's there. She got Davis in tow, And Star pretty much, and like Carlotta kind of lets her know that, look, girl, you are rushing back to performing, and you need to calm down. And then, and then of course Star's like, you think I'm gonna sit back and let that bitch Amber Drake take our spot? And she says, okay, if you ready, won't you hit middle C for me? That's in your range. Hit middle C. And she's like, I don't have to prove myself to you and nobody else. And she's like, but the thing about it, Star, you need to be more focused on your son and you getting better. And what I see right now is guilt, because you was locked up and you couldn't be there for your child. And I'm like, it plays right back to when Carlotta was locked up and Mary was raising Cotton until Carlotta got out of jail. And by the time Carlotta got out, Cotton was like 3 years old. So she's like, I know that guilt and now that feeling, but baby, you need to own it and admit it that, that this is what you're operating from. You feel guilty because you've been gone, and you've also feel like you've missed so much, so you're now trying to rush back, but right now your body's not ready. So then we get a scene with Bobby, Noah, and Bruce. Bobby is happy that Noah is dealing with his demons, and he's saying that it's inspiring to him that Noah's fighting so hard. And then Noah admits, my whole life I've been blaming everybody for my own problems. I'm like, yeah, that's the typical that's the typical thing for an addict, that everybody's wrong except for the addict themselves. Hence, if y'all watch Empire, that's exactly what they're dealing with the character Tracy, who's Kingsley's mom. Everybody else is at fault but you, when yet you're the main reason why all these things are happening. It's about taking ownership and owning your shit. So Noah's beginning to learn that you need to own your stuff. So then Miss Bruce comes in and she said that, look, I got the executives, on the phone, and they want to know about you being involved in the ASA nominations and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, let me, and like Bobby's like, oh no, you're not dealing with any of that. I'm gonna make sure that this never happens again with you. And besides, you worrying about that crap is what got you messed up in the first place. And he let it be known that, look, I know, he's like, but I gotta work, I gotta do ASS, I gotta be there for my son. And he says, yeah, you gotta be there for your son, but I gotta take care of mine. I'm like, you better claim it, Bobby. That's what's up. Be a father. Be the father that he needs. And he pretty much said that, look, I put my foot down. This is what's going on. You're not dealing with the music business or the industry right now until you are ready. And right now you're not. And if you want to fight me, let's go. I was like, that's what's up. No one needs that tough love. And the funny thing about it, Star in her own way is going through the same fight, just in a different context. But they both are struggling to be better people for Davis, because Davis needs two solid parents. So then Star has a meeting with Alice and Simone at her house. Alice and Simone let her know that you're not performing with us. You're not ready. You need to be relaxing and taking care of yourself. You're not performing with us. Star gets mad as shit. She's going off and everything. Alice ends up leaving, and then Simone leaves, and she's like, Simone, if you think you leaving, you better find somewhere else to stay. And at the meantime, Davis is crying his little butt off, and Simone says, he's crying like that because he's wet. Guess you should know that. So, and of course, this makes Star feel some kind of way because Simone knows more about the baby than she does. And I'm saying it's because because Simone's been there when Star wasn't able to. But Star is still operating off this guilt. So, and then we see that at the ASA nomination event, Star's there, and her and Carlotta have a moment, And Carlotta just told her the truth that you're mad because it's killing you that you're not in control. First of all, sweetie, you need to listen to your body. Your body is telling you that it needs rest. You need to give it that. You know, and then she also brings up that she feels some kind of way that Simone knows more about Davis than she does at this moment. And she's like, and I raised her. And she was like, yeah, the roles have reversed. I get it. But, but she tells her, you got to deal with things as they are. You can't go to the past and fix anything. And you can't rush anything. You have to deal with it as it is. And she says that, look, Noah is going through the same fight with himself. He needs to accept things as they are and needs to work his way back to where he needs to work himself up to where he needs to be. So then, I talked about that. All right, so then, we see that Star, Alex, and Simone meet up backstage. Amber performs, and her manager was like, "Oh wow, you were great." Yeah, and then he looks to Alex and Simone and was like, "Let's see you top that." And they was like, "Man, I'll slap the shit out of his ass." I'm like, yeah, throwing all that shade when yet they can sing Amber's ass out the room. End of story. She good, but she ain't better than them. Especially not in my opinion anyway. So all of a sudden Star comes back, they start talking, and she's letting it be known that, look, I'm not mad. I know that my body, I'm ready to come back, but my body isn't. I gotta respect that. And then she tells Simone that, Simone, I'm gonna need some help, with the baby, and I'll be dumb to put you out when I know I really need you right now. So that was cool. And they go, so Simone and Alex perform My Type. Love that song. I've been listening to a lot, on YouTube. So, and they kill it, just the two of them. They did their thing with it. So then we get a scene between Carlotta and Christine, her mother. And she finally tells her mother that, look, I'm not hiding my scars anymore for nobody. I've been putting up this shield, and it's because as a child, you didn't protect me. And I felt like when I came to you and told you what was going on, you chose to not believe me, and instead of actually protecting me. And pretty much Christine admits that, if I wasn't running the streets, I could have been there for you and your sister more. And I'm sorry that this happened to you. And they embrace each other. So mother and daughter finally had a healing moment in regards to that crazy motherfucker Calvin. So then you got the funeral thing going on. He was actually cremated. And if anything, Carlotta and Cassie talking about moving forward. We see that they find out that girl Amber actually gets the ASA performance, on the show, because Take 3 was trying to get a slot on the awards show as well, but they chose Amber instead. And I think it's only because Star's not back. Because I think if Star was up there, they would have chose Take 3 over her. And then we also see that what's going on there. Cotton decides to make a deal with Leon, and this is going to be a problem, because here it is, you're going to be running a criminal enterprise through Cassie's club when Cassie's trying to go legit. And if this comes out, Cassie is going to be fucking livid with Cotton. And I'm just saying, like, damn, Cotton, you getting pulled back into the bad side of shit. But Cotton is doing it because she wants to help these girls. She's not doing it to get money or anything like that. She really wants to get these girls away from Leon because she knows how much of a savage bastard Leon is. And I even was kind of questioning, I wonder if Leon is actually Carlotta's son. That would be some sick shit right there, because here it is, you was pimping out your own damn sister, if that was the case. So we just got to keep watching to see what's going on with that. But then we also see that Rashad has a conversation with Carlotta, And, you know, in this conversation, she tells him the truth. She was saying that, look, for you, my father was your uncle who helped you to get through college and helped you to find God. For Cassie, he was, the main man of her life, and he was, as far as Cassie, Cassie was his baby girl, but I was the one that he sexually assaulted for years. And we see in this scene, Carlotta and Rashad, and Major can sing his ass off. So the two of them do a duet together, and they're singing, and it was a very beautiful scene. And they also showed, Calvin being cremated. Then we get a scene towards the end where Noah comes to see Star. Star lets his ass have it and says that he could have died. And after all this time that I've been dealing with this in my family, I'll be damned, I'm going to let my son go down because of your pill-popping, deadbeat, sorry ass. And I was like, whoa. But then he apologizes, and he's saying that he's trying to work on himself, and he came there to see the baby, and she tells him no. And yeah, and I know people were pissed off that she did that shit, but I get it. Right now it's still fresh for her. And then she's had this situation with Noah before, and here it is again. Noah's back to square zero when it comes down to his addictions. So I understand that right now she's still pissed, and she doesn't really want to go down that road. But that was the end of the episode, y'all. That's what I have. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms. I have them listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of Star. So until next time, everybody, take care.